What are we doing?
We're gonna do the front main seal. So we're gonna do the clutch fan, idler bearing, and alternator bracket. Our steering pump here, which has got some bolts. I don't know how close you want it. There's 2 bolts on the back of the pump you gotta undo. So on this, you have to undo this bolt. There's 2 on the back side, there's 1 underneath, and then there's another adjusting bolt.
They're all the same size?
Yes. They're 13 mil. You can try using a half if you want, but these ones, they don't fit so well. I just use the 13. And this is going to loosen off the bolt. My overflow bottle. Watch you sneeze 30 times. Now, we need to move this stuff. Yeah.
Rad cover? What is that?
Rad cradle, I think that one is. But, as you can see, look how much more room that gives me.
Lots.
Oh. And there's our trusty belt. Not doing too bad considering. Been through a lot. So next we're going to take this guy off. As long as we're turning the nuts the right way.
What is that?
This is for the clutch fan.
The clutch fan?
Yes. And you can actually see how much that moves.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna change that too. It's gonna be lots of fun.
For our cabin?
I don't know, I've never actually changed those ones.
The clutch fan?
No, the idler bearing.
We're doing that today?
Let's see. We can do it as everything goes back together. It doesn't have to be done right away. One nut, 2 nut.
What are you loosening?
Yep. This one's really nice because it's bolted on, not. Most of them, it's a big nut that goes on the water pump. But the Jeeps I've always liked because they don't do that.
Got it! That's the clutch fan?
Yeah. See how it's all like, all the grease is coming out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no good.
So do we have another one to replace it today?
Yep. It's that one that's at the back.
Awesome. What are you gonna do with that one?
Well, I have to take the blades off. Right, I'm taking off the AC compressor. It doesn't have AC, but it's good idler pulley.
Oh,
It just sits there and spins. Doesn't really do much.
this whole thing?
Yeah. Well, not the
So-
whole thing, like this.
Yeah. But what is this?
That's the AC compressor.
But if you don't have AC, can you remove it?
You could,
But then you have to put something else to
yes.
spin that. And what would you do?
Well, I have a actual, it's just a bracket that goes in there, and then it just has a bearing on it. But I have to find a new bearing for it because it's fully shot.
Didn't you have like a piston cover on something?
Yeah, there's a alternator there. I might need a bigger wrench. Yeah, I need a bigger wrench.
Yeah, you're changing that thing, right?
What thing?
That's right. Are you changing this thing?
You'll see. We'll have a nice look at it when I pull it out. But it gives us room as we work our way down. And if I'm changing the bearing in it anyway, then there's no sense on that being here. And what it is the bearing on this is gone. And I can get a whole new bracket, but it's a $700 bracket. Comes with the new bearing and everything, good to go. But upon some research, I found out that I can get just this bearing for $50. I think I'm just gonna replace the bearing. But you can't actually get it through a dealership or anywhere. Can't remember what it's actually for, but it's like a, not necessarily a special bearing or anything, but it's one the dealerships don't like you knowing about.
What is that thing called?
This one is just an idler bracket. You see, I don't know if you can see or not, but all that play in there, that's part of the noise that you hear when this thing's running.
Are we replacing that today or no?
We'll see how.
Well, do you have the part?
Yep. Yeah, I have the part.
Okay, so what are we trying to get to exactly?
Well, what we are actually getting to is we have to change this bracket, and we have to change the seal behind this guy
Why?
because it leaks,
And why are we changing that?
because it's broken.
Where? How do you know?
Right here.
Oh,
See
yeah.
how the
What does
whole-
it? Wait. Why does it make a
Because-
difference?
It attaches my alternator.
So your alternator is loose because it's broken?
Yes.
Oh, because that's where the screw goes in.
Yes.
Why'd it break?
I cross-threaded one day and, well, I guess Bob's your dinner after that. I just blew it out. I haven't gotten a chance to change it since.
How long ago was that?
Not too long, but long enough, I suppose. So we're actually going to use these long bolts to remove this guy.
To remove what?
The harmonic balance thing. So there's one of two ways I can go. I can either leave this gasket and the oil pan gasket alone, or I can take them off, clean them, and then I have new ones.
That's the alternator?
Yep.
And how is it?
Oh, the bearing's actually... No, it's got play. This is one of the world's crappiest alternators ever produced. So if you got one, throw it in the garbage and get something different.
How come you don't have something different?
Because the one I want is a $250 alternator.
How much is this one?
130.
How many times have you changed it?
Way too many times to not have the other style yet.
So which one are we gonna get next time?
I know which one I'm getting next time. But the thing is, I have to fabricate a bracket to go in place of that to have an idler pull.
Oh, I see.
Just because of how the belts and everything work. This is why we're replacing it. That guy's broken off. This one holds the top of the alternator in. It's supposed to look like that. Kind of doesn't do so well when they're broken. So now, I'm gonna replace this little seal.
What is it called?
Front main gasket or front main seal.
Okay.
It goes in behind the harmonic balancer.
Gotcha.
Now, we're gonna take this off.
And what's different about yours? Screwed? Threaded?
Yes. Normally with these ones, they don't have a threaded hole in them. So I have to use long bolts and go in behind it so I can pull it off. But this one is actually threaded, so I don't have to do that, which is awesome.
What happened?
So it just cuts a groove in it and then it wears out the seal.
What does?
Just time, I guess. It's metal on rubber, it just happens.
Where's the rubber guy? He's still in there?
Yep.
So you just gotta pry it out?
Yep.
Put the new one in? Is it right in the front there?
Yep.
Okay, I can kind of see it.
I just want to take this off so we can get it out of the way.
So we removed the valve cover? No, what is that called?
Timing chain
We removed the timing chain cover to get at that seal. Because yeah, we were struggling for a while there, so that's yep, there you have it. Okay, so now we are finally putting in the seal.
Sure. Unfortunately, we had to take the whole cover off. Which sucks, but press it in. And usually you want to find like a washer or something that goes all the way around, but I'm not worried about it. You just tap it in until it's flush. And voila.
Cool. Now we put it all back together?
Sort of. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put oil in here. There's a lot of guys just put oil in it. Personally, I prefer to use grease. The recommendation is if you're gonna be running the engine right away, oil is fine. But if it's gonna be sitting, you wanna use grease. The oil will dry out over time and then it doesn't do its job. The biggest thing, if you put a dry seal on, it's gonna wear right away and you'll end up with a leak and you'll be doing it again. Usually I just put grease in it, but I don't know where my grease is, so oil it is.
You're putting the timing cover gasket on?
Yes.
We weren't gonna do it, but since we opened it up, might as well. Well, there wasn't really a gasket anyways anymore.
Yeah, there was. It was just stuck to the other side.
Oh, really? Did you scrape it off?
Yep. Don't have to do this, but it helps keep everything in place.
Now we're putting on the new bracket, alternator bracket, right?
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna replace this bushing bearing thing in there. It's an idler one for my fan clutch, but this one is screwed, so we have to actually separate it and press it out. So now we're gonna change out this guy.
What is it?
Cap. We got a new rotor for it too, so we're gonna change that out as well.
Just the cap?
Cap, rotor, spark plug wires.
So you're not actually replacing the distributor, right?
No, not the distributor itself.
That would be that thing underneath?
Nice. See that?
What?
That's how come it misfires and sputters.
What? Why?
Because it's all carboned up and then it's all corroded and stuff.
Are we replacing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So shiny.
Mm-hmm.
This is super worn.
What is that for?
This is my clutch fan. Idler is what it's called.
You're changing that bushing?
Bearing, yes.
Bearing.
So we're gonna put this on here because this one is screwed All the grease is leaked out of it. It doesn't work so well anymore.
And what is it?
Clutch fan. Let's cool the engine down.
You want your safety glasses?
No, I can't really see that well with them. You're recording this? These are wet. Are you taking a selfie?
No.
Yeah.
You got, what is that? You changed the bushings? Bearing.
Bearing.
Bushing. Bearing. You changed the bearings in that?
Yep.
A bearing or two?
It's one big one.
Now?
Now we get to put it back together.
What?
Now we have it almost all back together.
Mm-hmm.
We're just routing the belts here. We have new bearings, new clutch fan. For now, it'll stay like that. And lots of stuff. Not really. New brackets, new seals. So, ooh, yes.
Why was that?
So I was hoping it wasn't like gonna be super tough, but it's like I counted my chickens before I had the eggs.
Eggs.
I think we have stuff to do on deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. Let's do it. Let's bring the eggs.
Yeah. Wait, like make them there?
What are you doing, Megan?
Oh my Megan, that's a big chunk of wood you got there.
No tie.
Oh there, Ty, that's an impressive.
It's my parking brake.
Oh, I guess. How to work.
Almost done.
Yeah, we're making good time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
No.
You being creepy?
No.
Being creepy on film?
Never.
Okay, now I at least have evidence. Oh, really?
So when are you gonna put your reservoir back in?
After the fan's in, and then I can put the bottle back in. Let's see.
Like how full?
Not mine. Make sure that's where it's supposed to be. Probably one of the few off-roaders around here that has a loose wrap.
Yep.
The veggie tray served well as a bolt holder. It was a complete success, no lost bolts. And I can successfully say that. We done? Now's the final test.
So much quieter.
Is it?
So much better.
We did it! Okay, so what do you think, Brian?
I love it. Super quiet.
You fixed it.
For now.